So we've been getting a lot of questions about material and delays, and wanted to talk about that and how it relates to putting together a schedule, especially in this time of COVID and high demand. Last year, as you might recall, when we were finishing up Broad Street, we were in the middle of the project when COVID hit, and we had to make some adjustments. Primarily, the adjustments in Broad Street were to staffing the project and coordinating crews and time on the job site, because at that time we really had all the materials selected and delivered, and so we really weren't running into the supply chain problems that we're running into today. Anybody that's tried to order any kitchen appliance, no matter how big or small, or a part for something, whether it be for your car, your refrigerator, or a new washer, dryer, anything like that, has realized that the supply chain issues now are so backed up that literally to get a refrigerator now takes like 6 months. And so we're seeing that throughout the construction industry. If you can imagine, everything from lumber to steel to materials to equipment, everything has a delay right now. And it's really tough managing that because we've got the COVID issues, so warehouses will randomly shut down. Shipping delays, everybody's very familiar with what's going on in the Suez Canal right now. And then even with what was happening in the Panama Canal, because they slowed down shipping because of COVID. And then you've got incredible demand, especially in North Carolina and particularly the Triangle area, where everybody thought at the beginning of COVID we would see some demand drop down. But really the opposite has happened. With everybody being stuck at home, everybody's wanting to do home remodels, which has been great. We keep it coming. We want to keep working on these projects, but it is providing a real supply and demand problem to warehouses and to support. People are very familiar with the lumber prices that skyrocketed at the beginning of, the end of the summer, and now we're seeing it in steel. We're seeing it in plumbing with PVC materials and electrical PVC materials. And so you've got this kind of perfect storm that's happening with demand, with factories reducing output. And so it's becoming a real challenge to manage the construction process. So for example, we had windows ordered. The day before we were to receive 30 windows for a project, we were notified that it was going to be at least a 30-day delay. And with something like windows, it really screws up your process, because you can't finish the inside and you can't finish the outside because the windows. So when you get a real product like that that's delayed, it really becomes a linchpin in throwing a kink in the schedule. So we've been trying to work through all those kinds of issues. They continue to be out there. Today we're a little better educated, because now after working through some of this stuff for the past 6 months, we're getting more familiar with it. We're checking in with our suppliers more regularly, even though they'll tell you that they don't even know until they get it in their warehouse. And so it's becoming a real challenge. What we're doing is trying to build in as best we can into our schedules going forward, flexibility, and we're doing our best to communicate with clients as quickly as we can as we identify those things. The other thing about delays is nobody likes them. Let's face it, we hate them, clients hate them, owners hate them, even the warehouses and suppliers hate it, because then we're barking at them. It frustrates everybody. And so for us, a lot of people think, oh, typical contractor, oh, it's a delay. Well, quite frankly, with contractors, and this goes for any contractor, a delay costs us all money. You do not make money on a delay. Everybody thinks a change order is going to help it. That doesn't help anything. If we factored in 4 months for a project and it takes 6 months, that's 2 months of dumpster, insurance, general conditions, extra work, all that sort of stuff, cleanup, all those extra things that quite frankly just basically go out the window. So we are not able to capitalize on delays in any way, at least the way we do business. Maybe there's other people that do, but we do not. And so it's a frustrating part of the process. It's annoying, it's irritating, and we just try to do the best we can to help manage it. We're doing a better job, we think, every day in trying to communicate those as we learn them and as things change. So going forward, hopefully we can start to get through this and get out of this. But at this point, it's just a constantly changing environment. And right now it's, lumber's starting to level out, but plumbing and electrical materials are going up. Steel just went through a 25% increase. So we don't know who's going to be the next victim, but we're staying on top of it as best we can.